Right, I want to show you what the problem is with these menus. I've just knocked up another page here. Let's say we've got the website out there, and the bosses have said we need like a map page or something like that. So this is a straightforward find us HTML. I've got in the center bit here, I put a little heading saying how to find us. Here's a map to find us. I've grabbed from Google Maps a little location thing. You can Google how to do that, but it's straightforward. If you go onto your map, and then you'll see on Google Maps, and you'll see a little link button there, like a chain link. You press that, it'll generate this bit of code for you. And let me show you. In fact, let's just go over here and go to my website, find us.html, and there we are. That's basically what it's produced. Now, the thing is, however, if you look at the menu at the top here, find us doesn't appear. So what I've got to do is add find us to the menu, but I've got to add find us now to the menu on every single page. Well, if you've got several hundred pages, that's going to take forever to add this. You know, if you if I have find us on here, and I want to put another little list item, and then I do ahref equals find us.html, find us.html, find us. Well, that link there that I've just done, I've just modified the menu. Well, I've got to do that on every single page. Control C, and I'd have to go to the home page and add it here. Control V, and so on and so forth, right the way through the website for that to appear. Well, that's clearly not an efficient way of doing things. So what we'd like to do is to be able to take this little bit of code here and slot that in to every web page automatically. So we just have one little bit of HTML code where we would change the links on that, and then those links would get updated all the way through the website. And the way you do that is as follows. Let me just go. What's the cursor? Here we go. Find us. Control S that. Well, the way you do that is you take this little bit of code here, UL, and Control X cuts it out completely. So we've just got this section here saying CSS menu, and that's where we're going to inject our bit of code. And we go new. Let's change the language to HTML. Control V. We're going to tidy that up later, but that's the only bit of code that we're going to alter here, and we'll save that as and let's call it menu. Would seem to make sense. Hit save. So now we have, I look up in the File Explorer, we see we've got this little bit of code here, which is just this bit of code, and that's the bit that we want to inject into every single page. So what I'm now going to do is go back to home page. I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, I showed you some JavaScript technology, I think, in the last clip, and there's a whole world of little JavaScript libraries appeared. One of the most common of which is jQuery, and there are books on jQuery. You can go find out about it. But we're going to use jQuery to actually, which is a JavaScript library, to inject that automatically for us. So the first thing we're going to do is just go to the top here and install the right little bit of script. Control C. You just get this from W3C Schools. I've got these links. That's where I'm pasting it from on the right here. So that basically goes and grabs the jQuery. JS is JavaScript. The jQuery stuff for JavaScript, and that's that bit done. And then what I want to do is put in another little script tag like this, and in there we're going to put two bits of JavaScript. One is jQuery. Control C. One is this, and all this weird thing does, if I just put this in there, all this basically does, this little bit of script here, is wait until the entire document loads. When you click on a web page, the web page is sent to you line by line, and the browser renders it line by line. Well, you want to wait until the browser's actually got everything in there before you run this bit of code. So it will be able to it'll be able to go down and find this bit called CSS menu. Okay, so that's the first thing, and inside that we're going to put this little bit of code. Control C. Control V, and this basically says it looks for a tag called CSS menu. which is that tag called the ID called CSS menu, and it then into that loads a web page called menu.html. That's it. If I control S that, there is one more slight wrinkle for developing this on a local machine. If I show you on Firefox, if I go to my website and homepage.html, it works. Definitely works, and you see we've got Finders has now popped up over here. That definitely works. Unfortunately, this won't work, and it works for Internet Explorer as well. It doesn't work with Chrome on a local machine. So if I was to do this on Chrome and press the button, sorry, if I go to just go back here, website, if I click on homepage, the bar doesn't appear in Chrome on a local machine. So when you're testing this, you have to use Firefox or Internet Explorer. But excuse me, so that's basically how you can now have the menu as a separate item. You just do it the once, and you can add all your links to this, and then each page will have that added to it, and each page will have that little thing there, and that's where the CSS gets injected. Have a go at that.